For about 2.5 years, and they got to move on for whatever reasons, political. The weak mayor form of government that we have does not allow for the mayor to be the administrator's boss. Does not allow for the mayor to do deals, make phone calls, and get people. That's in a strong mayor form of government. Eric has got it confused. If you guys want to go back to a strong mayor, he's your guy then. But we should vote on it. He's not following the rules or the ordinance. Read it. We stripped it in 1994. And he's abusing his power. That's causing the division in the community. People are confused. They were confused in 94 when we had 2 leaders. Well, what, we're going to have a mayor and an administrator? It took 5 years for people to understand what their roles were. Now people just don't get it. Well, who's running the show? Is it Brent or is it Eric? Well, then, it's not a rumor. Staff, everybody knows that Brent, well, he fears this guy.
Brent's his driver.
He's not doing what read Brent Trout's job description and read what the mayor's description is. It's in the Iowa Code and in the city ordinance. It's not matching up, folks. That's when I say I can do a better job, I'll do a better job. I'm telling you, there's a division in the community. The top 10%, 15%, bless their hearts.
Okay.
I support them as well as I do the other 85. But it's equality. There's no equality there. I know people who've gone to City Hall and were turned away before they even got to the 3rd floor. Which, by the way, that's one more thing I want to talk about, the 3rd floor. I'm not afraid to talk about this. We got an employee on the 3rd floor that is simply, she's got to go. Now, I can say that now, I'm a candidate. If I get elected, there'll be a lawsuit. So what? It'd be worth the money. We'd get it back. I mean, I'm not making rumors up here, folks. I've talked to the developers. I could put Tim on the spot right now and ask him to shake his head, yes or no, but I won't do that. And I know what his answer would be. But you don't hear that from the other fellow that should be standing here next to me or at the debates, because she's part of the team. Which, by the way, where were you folks? Where were all of you so concerned about the government when Brent Trout announced to the world that Pam Myrie, Development Services head, couldn't talk to Max Weaver anymore, ordered her not to talk to Max Weaver, an elected official? That's where it started. Just like economic development and corporate welfare started in, I think, 1977 with Lee Iacocca, and it changed the face of how we operate in this country with our tax dollars. That night, that day when that was made, it changed the face of this community, and it's never been the same since. We're not having debates. The press isn't covering really anything. I haven't gotten one phone call from KJLO to give me equal time after he mentioned my name out there. I could certainly go to the FCC and make a stink about that. I'm not going to do that. But it has changed. There's no debates. Everybody's lockstep. 2 people show up, paint drying. You know what? If we lived our lives like our city council does and our mayor runs this community, we wouldn't need an armed forces. Because we're not making any waves. Shh. There's nothing being talked about. Nothing being said. Well, that's why we live in this country, for diversity. For different exchange of different ideas and this and debate and what's going on, how's it? I can tell you is everything that gets done at that council meeting is done beforehand. Because I know in the packet that there's questions in there that need to be asked, but they're not asked. So when are they asked? Come on, man. And I just want to finish up one more thing. That's why I stayed away for 2 years. Number one reason. I was mad about it, 26%, embarrassed. Thought, really, why am I working so hard for 26% of it? No, I actually stayed away because I wanted to show you guys that I could also be respectful. You know what? I know that sometimes it's too much, Max Weaver. I know who I am. I don't kid myself. I don't live in a world of drugs and booze. I live it straight up. I know who I am. I know when I've gone overboard. I know when I tripped, I did something wrong here tonight. I know that. Plus my family lets me know it. No, I stayed away to show you that I can stay out of it. I don't have to be involved in everything. I'll give you 2 years of your new government that you elected. I thought it was the respectful thing to do and let you have your government and see how you like it. Well, here we are 2 years later, going to run unopposed, Mayor Eric Bookmeyer was. I didn't know Quinn Simmons would put his thing in. He hadn't put his thing in at 12:30 on the last day. No one else that came in. I asked the assistant city clerk. I said, well, put me in then. I can't let this guy run on. Nobody should run unopposed. And I don't like the way they're doing it. You fear who to be afraid of. In the blame game. That's an old political trick, and that's what they're doing. They're so afraid of us and fear that they won't even meet with us at the table for you to ask questions. Well, let me tell you something about the ambassador. I'm a friendly guy. I like people. I talk to all kinds of people. And you know what? For the last 10 years, that little garden that I've been working on, I have met thousands of people. I've had universities come there, colleges, junior colleges, groups, clubs. I've had students. I've had other art parks come down. We've been written about 5 or 6 different times. The geocaching group has been there. From all over, I've met thousands of people. And I've been a pretty darn good ambassador. I've had 8 bus tours stop. I never solicited any of that. And I send them to the park inn. I've even gotten in my car and had them follow me to former Mayor Bang's house, the castle, how great it is, and show them where the cultural crescent is. I've done that. I've been a great ambassador. I've learned how to do that. It's really honed my craft in 10 years of meeting people from all over the country. And the notes that I have and the letters that they've written. And I got an award from the Jefferson Highway Association. They gave me a thing they made. I'm going to put it up, and I'm on their schedule. I've met these people, so I'm ready. A weak mayor and an ambassador, I'm the man for the job. And I can do that job better than anybody.